In 1942, 130,000 British, Indian and Australian troops surrendered in one of the most stinging defeats of World War II. By 1942, Singapore was one of the jewels in the crown of the British Empire. It served as a major shipping and trading hub, an important commercial centre and naval base, and a bastion for burgeoning British interests in Southeast Asia. But after a disastrous campaign on the Malay Peninsula as the war in the Pacific got into full swing, overwhelmed British and Australian troops retreated there under the command of Lieutenant General Arthur Percival and Australian Major General Gordon Bennett, and with nowhere else to go, set up for a last stand. The British sent the newly built HMS Prince of Wales and the battle-hardened HMS Repulse to aid the defenders, but they were sunk by Japanese torpedo bombers before they could get there. What followed was described by British Prime Minister Winston Churchill as the worst disaster and largest capitulation in British history, as the remaining 130,000 troops surrendered just a week after the first Japanese invasions, on the 15th of February 1942. Around 7,500 Allied troops were killed during the battle. Lieutenant General Arthur Percival had allocated the western portion of the island to Bennett's 2 brigades from the Australian 8th Division, but under increased pressure from the relentless Japanese advance, almost all Allied divisions had been forced from their positions, and by the 15th of February Percival was forced to surrender, and 15,000 Australians were thrown into captivity. After the battle, Australian Prime Minister John Curtin predicted that the battle for Australia would soon follow. As a result of Britain's subsequently diminished military presence in Southeast Asia and their inability to effectively fight the Japanese, Curtin placed Australian forces under the command of US General Douglas MacArthur. This marked a drastic shift in Australian foreign policy, turning away from Britain and focusing on strengthening ties with America, forming a diplomatic rapport that lasts to this day.